Why did Caitlin Clark really make the move to Europe? Was it about basketball, or was there something deeper going on behind the scenes? Angel Reese seems to think she knows the answer.
What the fuck is that headline all about?
Yeah.
Yep,
She is the worst fucking basketball player.
And she's not holding back. Today on SportPulse, we're diving into the explosive claims and rumors surrounding Caitlin Clark's move and the WNBA drama that's been unfolding.
People talk about Caitlin getting hate, but someone sat down and spent hours putting together an 8-minute video with interlude clips all to trash Angel. Why?
Angel Reese couldn't just sit back and watch Caitlin Clark's European contract go unnoticed. In a move that stirred up even more controversy, Reese hijacked the conversation and offered her own opinion on why Clark is heading to Europe.
But when the entitled complaints are coming from Angel Reese, it makes news throughout the mainstream media.
But what's really going on here? Is Reese calling out Clark for chasing paychecks? Or is this just another chapter in the ongoing rivalry between the two players? Reese, still caught up in her own steroid scandal, has taken shots at Clark, implying that players like her are only in it for the money.
Blah, blah, blah. From Angel Reese.
She's gone so far as to suggest that racism is being used as a tool for sympathy. But what's the real motivation behind these accusations?
Entitled players in the WNBA just can't seem to understand is, you get what you put in, and right now, you are getting exactly what you deserve.
Reese is no stranger to controversy, but this time, her comments have caught the attention of fans and media alike, leading to speculation about the true reason for Clark's departure. While some might be quick to criticize Clark's move to Europe, the truth is that her decision wasn't just about financial gain. The WNBA, once seen as the ultimate destination for top players like Clark.
So I think it's really just the fans, her fans, the Iowa fans, now the Indiana fans,
has become a battleground of scandals, drama, and personal attacks. For Clark, it wasn't just about dodging defenders on the court. She was navigating a toxic atmosphere off the court that threatened to overshadow her career.
I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base.
As a rookie, Clark rose to stardom quickly, but with that rise came intense scrutiny and a barrage of criticism, much of it fueled by jealousy and resentment. Reese's claims that Clark's move is all about money are just one piece of a larger puzzle. The WNBA has been plagued by issues beyond basketball, and for someone like Clark who just wants to focus on the game,
Then she had a press conference where she cried and everybody's so mean to me. Well, she's continued the stupidity. I mean, she cheered on her teammate as she shoved Caitlin Clark, knocked Caitlin Clark in the head, and a bunch of other stupid stuff.
Europe offers an escape from the relentless negativity. From unfounded accusations of racism to petty personal attacks, Clark has faced an onslaught of challenges that have little to do with her skills as a player.
Yeah, there's no place for it, and we've been professional throughout the whole entire thing, but I've never been called the things that I've been called on social media, and there's no place for it.
But let's not forget where all this began. Caitlin Clark never said a single negative word about Angel Reese or any other WNBA player. She kept her head down, focused on her game, and let her performance do the talking. Yet despite this, Clark became a target, labeled a racist by some, all because of the attention she was receiving from the media and fans.
Now they found another victim, the fans of Indiana. Now, I'm going to side a little bit with these idiots.
Clark's decision to stay silent on these accusations wasn't an admission of guilt. It was a calculated move to avoid fueling the drama. Meanwhile, other players, like Alyssa Thomas, decided to get involved, blaming Clark for comments made by her fans. It's absurd to think that Clark should be held responsible for what random spectators say.
And if Caitlin Clark fans are mean and they're white, where does this head? Oh, you know it goes to racist.
But that's the kind of twisted logic that's been at play in the WNBA. As the media continued to stir the pot, players like Thomas saw an opportunity to shift the spotlight away from their own struggles by pinning the blame on Clark. Through all of this, Clark remained professional, refusing to engage in the back and forth that her critics were hoping for.
She wins the national title. First thing she does, she mocks Caitlin Clark. And then she doesn't even celebrate with her teammates. So she's made it personal with Caitlin Clark.
She knew that responding to these baseless accusations would only escalate the situation. And instead, she kept her focus on what mattered most, basketball. However, the jealousy and bitterness from certain WNBA players became impossible to ignore.
Angel Reese. So she's sort of embraced a Draymond Green role here. But the eyeballs on the WNBA really have to do with Caitlin Clark.
When Angel Reese entered the picture, things only escalated. Reese had her moment of fame, but Clark's rise to the top was on a whole different level. As Clark became the face of the WNBA, it was clear that Reese wasn't happy watching from the sidelines. Resentment started to build, and before long, Reese was publicly taking shots at Clark.
Do you think that some of this drama, and she started some of it,
using every opportunity to drag her name through the mud. This kind of drama isn't uncommon in professional sports, but what made it worse in the WNBA was how the personal attacks completely overshadowed the game. Instead of celebrating Clark's achievements, players like Reese were quick to tear her down.
We've heard all of that. It's real. We want to act like, well, let's not focus on that. Let's just march forward and let's just move forward. Well, guess what? You can't move forward when you ignoring the past.
Clark's dominance on the court became a point of contention, and the jealousy it sparked among some players turned into a full-blown rivalry. Clark's move to Europe, in many ways, feels like an escape from all of this. It's not just about playing in a different league or earning a bigger paycheck. It's about finding a space where she can focus on basketball without the constant cloud of negativity hanging over her.
Angel Reese is the villain, Caitlin Clark is the hero, and Angel Reese continued to play into it last night by getting ejected, and it's almost like it's all scripted. This is perfect.
The WNBA, for all its potential, had become a toxic environment for Clark, and it's clear that she made the move to protect her mental and emotional well-being. But that hasn't stopped Reese from continuing her attacks. Reese has gone on record claiming that Clark's move is purely about money, dismissing any other possible reasons.
The WNBA. She's all the talk. She's the one standing up there in front of reporters saying, I need all of you guys to realize there's two of us that changed the game of women's basketball, and it's not just Caitlin Clark. I was a part of it.
It's a bold statement, especially considering Reese's own issues within the WNBA. Let's not forget that Reese is still dealing with the fallout from her steroid scandal, a controversy that has significantly damaged her reputation. It's hard to ignore the irony here. Reese, who is facing a potential lifetime ban from the WNBA, has the audacity to call out Clark for making a financial decision. While Reese's career is hanging by a thread due to her suspension, Clark is simply trying to continue doing what she does best, playing basketball. Yet, Reese continues to deflect attention away from her own problems by attacking Clark. Reese's comments have sparked a wave of backlash from fans and analysts alike. Many are calling out her hypocrisy, noting that her attacks on Clark are nothing more than a distraction from her own scandals. Even prominent figures like Stephen A. Smith have chimed in, criticizing Reese for her lack of accountability and her attempt to shift the narrative away from her steroid use. The truth is, Clark's move to Europe isn't just about money or escaping the drama. It's about finding a fresh start in a league that values her talent without all the extra baggage. The WNBA has its share of problems, and for someone like Clark, who just wants to focus on basketball, Europe offers a much-needed change of pace. In the bigger picture, this isn't just a story about two players clashing. It's a reflection of the challenges women's basketball still faces in terms of media coverage, fan engagement, and player relationships. Instead of celebrating the incredible talent in the league, too much attention is being given to personal feuds and off-court drama. For Caitlin Clark, the decision to go to Europe was about taking control of her career and stepping away from the negativity that had been surrounding her. For Angel Reese, this was another opportunity to stir up controversy and keep her name in the headlines, but at what cost? By attacking Clark, Reese has only further damaged her own reputation. As Clark moves forward with her European career, it's clear that she's left the drama of the WNBA behind. Her focus is where it should be, on the game, not the distractions. Meanwhile, Reese's future in the league remains uncertain as she continues to navigate the fallout from her suspension. In the end, the real reason behind Caitlin Clark's move to Europe isn't as simple as Angel Reese would have us believe. It's not just about money or contracts. It's about a player taking control of her own destiny and choosing to play in an environment that values her talent. Clark's move is a reminder that sometimes the best way to silence the noise is to simply walk away from it. Stay tuned to SportPulse for more updates on Caitlin Clark's journey, Angel Reese's ongoing saga, and the evolving world of women's basketball.